Shots fired. Christian was fatally shot by the police that was responding to a distress call. A man that was on the bridge. Following his death at the hospital, authorities released a statement saying Christian was in the possession of a firearm. He complied after the officers ordered him to drop his weapon. Allegedly, he became uncooperative with the officer and he retrieved the gun from the ground, pointing it in the officer's direction, causing the officers to fire at him, which would be the cause of his death. Now we're going to look at the video, and after we look at the video, I'm going to show you their statement that they made. And we're clearly going to see that the statement is not the same as we seen in the video.
Oh my God!
They didn't shoot him.
Yes, they did.
No way.
Bro.
No way. They just.
Yes.
Did they just shoot? Hey, open your door.
Oh my God!
They didn't shoot him.
Yes, they did.
No way.
Bro.
No way. They just.
Yes.
Did they just shoot? Hey, open your door.
Oh my God!
They didn't shoot him.
Once again, the National Lynching Association of People of the World, your local law enforcement, has struck again. This is clearly murder. Now they're on this long, extraneous, tedious investigation, as they always do. As they always do. They need to be held accountable for their actions. And holding them accountable for their actions, when they pull the trigger, and you clearly can see in that video that at the time they shot this young man, he was unarmed. He had his hands up. He didn't have a gun in his hand. The gun was on the ground. He had his hands up. They shot and killed an unarmed man that was in mental distress. And I'm pretty sure they're going to say, oh, we're working on trying to get the officers trained. We're revamping our policies and procedures. When is it going to be done? When is it going to take place? When you're dealing with a mental distress call, you need to have a mental health professional go out there and handle that call. Obviously, these gun-triggering happy police, law enforcement, can't get it right. And honestly, I don't think they're trying to get it right, because they know that they can do what they want to do. They can pull the trigger in these guns, and they know that they can get away with it. As we see, likely, like they always do. Like they always do. The mother made a statement, and she said that he was crying out for help. He wanted help. He was having a mental illness crisis. He was calling out for help. They want to say that he wanted the police to kill him. He was trying to commit suicide, but he didn't have a gun in his hand. His hands was out, raised in the air. His fingers, his hands, they were free. He didn't have a gun. Then they want to say, oh, the officers are so stressed. They so afraid. They so of this and they so of that. When you are so stressed and you can't do your job anymore and you are so afraid of people, it's time for you to find your ass a new job. These officers has to go to jail right away, just like they would do you or I. If we pull the trigger and we kill someone and they think that we're guilty and they think that we did it, we're going to go to jail. They're going to continue their investigation. And as they always say, the charges can be dropped, the charges can go lower, or the charges can go higher. That's the same thing that these officers need to be held to, that same standard. And they don't need to be sitting at home collecting the taxpayers' dollars or at a desk when policies and procedures were totally violated. And you can clearly see it in that video. These monsters, these murderers, got to be held accountable for their actions. It's just pure evilness. That's it. At this point, it's no excuse for their actions. It's nothing that they can say that will make us understand. And as I told you, this is a small platform, but we're going to talk about it every time these wicked or evil KKK lynching association of black and brown skinned people, your local law enforcement strike. We're going to talk about it. We haven't heard much of this story. Like I tell you, I'm going to cover all the small stories on this channel because we have to bring awareness and attention to them too. And like I tell you, if we advocate for one, we have to advocate for all. This doesn't make any sense. Meet me down in the comments, my black and brown skinned people and everyone else, with a really, really great big hug. I love you guys. Please remember, stay up, never down. Until we meet again, may God bless.